going on, y'all? We are going to learn how to solve, finally, super exciting, solve exponential equations. Uh, I actually, this is actually not round one. This is round two because we did solving exponentials by bases. So now we're going to say like, oh, well, what if you can't change the base? So let's see what type of examples we will have. All right, so we got a couple things that I want to review before we get started. And the first thing is the power property. So we learned this last week. If you recall, we said that if you got an exponent, we are going to want to change it to multiplication. There's like exponent is to multiplication. And there is also like multiplication is to add, and then division is to subtract. But this is the only one we're really going to use for this time. The exponent is to multiplication. The other thing is, I don't know if I formally addressed this, but maybe you figured it out right now. It's called the common log. And that's just if you have a log, base 10 of x. Base 10 is so common that people just said, you know what? I don't want to write base 10 every time you use base 10. So if you just see log of x, it's assumed that the base is 10. Assumed that the base is 10. So I'm just going to want to make that clear. So let's go ahead and look at a couple problems. So we're asked to solve this. So what we're going to do is we're going to first so here are a couple problems, and we're just asked to solve for x here. And what we're going to want to do is we're just going to 101. We're going to log both sides. And then we're going to use the power property. And then 3, you're just going to solve for x normally. So let's go ahead and go through these steps. First step, let's go ahead and log both sides. So log of 3 to the x is equal to log of 7. And now, second step, let's use the power property. So right now we have 3 to the x inside our log. So we're going to take that x outside to get x times log of 3 equals log of 7. And now you're going to want to solve for x. So right now, to get x by itself, we're going to divide both sides by log of 3. So x is equal to log of 7 over log of 3. And what we could do is we could leave it in this form, which would be fine. Or we could put this into the calculator and then get us some numerical decimal value. But for now, I'm going to leave this in here. So let's go ahead and try the second example. Same steps. So let's go ahead and log both sides. So log of 5 to the x minus 4 is equal to log of 12. Second step, use the power property. So we can take this x minus 4 in the exponent and take it on the outside. So x minus 4 on the outside, and then times log of 5 is equal to log of 12. So now we need to do step 3, solve for x. So divide by log of 5 on both sides. So we have x minus 4 equals log of 12 over log of 5. And now to get x by itself, we have to add 4 to both sides. So we have x is equal to 4 plus log of 12 over log of 5. So that's our answer. You can either plug it in. Sorry, I kind of spaced out. You can either plug that in or just leave it as is, and that will be completely fine. So this will be our final example. I just made one that I thought was a bit more complicated. It's pretty much the same steps, except you're probably going to want to go ahead and get this exponential by itself first. So instead of doing our first step, which was log both sides, we're going to go ahead and add 3 to both sides. So in this case, we should have 2 to the 2x plus 1 is equal to 6. And then we're going to log both sides. So log of 2 to the 2x plus 1 is equal to log of 6. So now we're going to, step 2, use our power property. So on the outside, we'll have 2x plus 1. And then times log of 2 is equal to log of 6. Now divide by log 2 on both sides. So we're here with 2x plus 1 equals log of 6 over log of 2. And then we just have to subtract 1. So, I'm going to move up here. Oh my gosh, that arrow, it's disgusting. 2x equals log of 6 over log of 2 minus 1. Now we have to divide this whole thing by 2. X is equal to log of 6 over log of 2 minus 1, all divided by 2. And there's our lovely, lovely answer. It just looks beautiful, right? And that's going to be it for solving exponentials by logging both sides. We're just pretty much doing those same 3 steps every time. So I think y'all will be good.